he can view.
In fact, let me press record. I've just found the button. Let me press record now. From now, it's beginning to record.
Yeah. I've seen it. It's recording now. Yeah. Thank you, moderator. I can see it recording now.
Excellent. And there's somebody else.
Yeah.
So with the opportunity we have with this, the other item I have, just to use the opportunities to, I had some items on the agenda. Let me just double check here. Some other items on the agenda, which is, so I've done the introduction and the housekeeping. So Abdullahi, Mr. Chairman, I think maybe we don't need to decide now. Maybe we put a poll on the WhatsApp group and ask people what they would prefer, either once a month or every 2 months. And Mr. Chairman, I know you said a few things. The next item was for you to do some opening remarks, and then we get an update on Abdullahi's excellent work of contacting members, and then we get an update on the almanac.
I think the few remarks I earlier made by welcoming everyone on board and also saying that this has indeed provided another opportunity for us to meet and communicate. Once again, I'd like to say that it's a great opportunity and we welcome everyone here on the platform, and at the same time, thank Ken for this initiative. And I think due to the limited time that you said we have, I will at this juncture call on Abdullahi to brief us further on the project at hand, that is on the almanac, if any, or any other issue. Thank you.
Fantastic. Abdullahi, please, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ken, the moderator. The idea of almanac has been on for quite some time, but we have not been as committed as now because during the last reunion we had in Bariwa in December 2019, the matter was brought up, and then I agreed to take it up and promise people that, you know, I will go ahead and ensure this almanac thing has become a success. So since after our reunion in December, I have been contacting, you know, members for their passport, for their photograph, for their details, you know, house, barrier number, and so on. So far, we have 100 and... Can you hear me? So far, we have 162 members on the almanac. As this figure is as at Monday. From that Monday,
somebody should take
this. Abdullahi, 1 second. Abdullahi, 1 second. Abdullahi, 1 second.
Where's the museum?
Sorry to interrupt.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's all right.
Can anybody who is in a noisy background please go on mute, because it's please go on mute. If you're in a noisy background, do us a favor and just mute your microphone. And then if you want to speak, you can unmute your microphone again, please. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead, Abdullahi.
Okay. Like I've said, we have 152 members in the almanac so far as at Monday. And from that Monday to yesterday night, I think we have gotten about 6 more members, which will be placed on the almanac. So we want a situation where we'll have as many members as possible. I think we are, in our set, we're up to 300 or thereabout. So far we have crossed 50% now, approaching 60, and more names are coming. So we want a situation where we will not be in a hurry to print the almanac now. We want a situation where we'll be making contacts, getting members, whether alive or dead. We want everybody to be on the almanac. So it will be open till our next, you know,
Ken.
will be.
Hello.
The almanac will be on until next reunion, which will convene, and then maybe by that time we may have to print it and distribute to members. And then after that time, any additional photo we get, it will be included in the almanac. That is for the almanac. I'm trying to make album as well. You see, the idea of making the photo album is, while we're only putting limited information on the almanac, the photo album will contain more information, email addresses, possibly our phone numbers, our addresses, and so on. That project,
network.
Okay, maybe you have some issues. Can you unmute? Can you unmute your?
Can you please go on mute if you're not speaking right now? Please do us a favor and go on mute.
Yeah.
Yusuf,
I'm in favor.
Yusuf, I think, are you able to put your phone on mute for a few minutes? I don't think you can hear me. Go ahead and live, please.
All right. So I want to start embarking on the photo album shortly after we are rounding up with the issue of almanac. The photo album will contain more information, our email address, our addresses, possibly our phone numbers, maybe our nicknames, and and stuff like that. I will put it open to members, to make contribution on what should feature in the photo album. The idea of making the photo album is, it's a document where not hang it in your offices or in our homes. So information may only be available to the owner of the handbook, either in your office, whether at home, in your drawers, and so on. So that is the update on the almanac and the phone book we're trying to make.
Excellent.
So any question?
What I was going to contribute to that discussion, Abdullahi, is we seem to be getting phone numbers of our other colleagues randomly popping out. Somebody posted Adekunle Jason's number, for example, yesterday. So what I will really request our members to do is please dig deep into your contact list and see who else you have their contact number, so that we can reach out to those people and bring them to the forum. It is recognized that not everybody is on WhatsApp, but there are other means and ways of connecting with those people. For those who want to connect, fine. Those who don't want to connect, okay too. So please dig deep into your contact lists and your phone numbers and see who else you have that you haven't remembered, and then furnish the numbers to Abdullahi, myself, or anybody else, so we can reach out to them.
Yeah. And then one other issue is maybe the phone book may not contain all our numbers. I may have to contact those of us that in the phone book. I know people like I don't want to start mentioning names anyway. Some people might not want their numbers to be displayed in the phone book. That is it. So what we'll do is I will make contacts, just like I've said, to members. Anyone that is interested, fine, we put his number. But email address, I think, is not an issue. Anyone that has his email address, I will make contacts again when the project is up. When I'm commencing the project. What I've started doing this morning is extracting Barewa history, because we'll need Barewa history. I've told my son to start typing that history. I've given him the booklet, Barewa booklet, and then I've given him that list that was posted by Dr. What is his name again? Tukursidi, exactly. He posted the Barewa list yesterday, which is very comprehensive. Our names, even our religion, our hometowns, our states, and I think Barewa number, everything is there. Everything you need is there. So what I don't know is, do we still maintain the Gongola state, because that time there was no Taraba, no Adamawa, So do we still maintain the exact information in the book, or we need to rephrase it to what is the present reality now?
That's a very good question. I have a view. My view is that was a booklet that represented the entry when we entered in 1978. So there are certain things that is worth modernizing. This is just my personal opinion. My personal opinion is that information was valid at the time of our entry, and to maintain that posterity and history, it needs to remain as it was at that time. And then we can then maybe make an annotation that says, of course, some of these states have changed, but at the time we were recognizing those states. That's my view.
Yeah, that's my view also, but it's good to. I don't know whether there's any contribution.
Well, I would also agree with that view. Basically, what you then need to do is, in bracket, now, like you said, Gongola State, in bracket, now Adamawa, or now Taraba.
Yes.
Okay.
Or formerly the other one, Bauchi, now what?
Gombe or Bauchi.
Bauchi, now Gombe.
I agree.
Okay.
Excuse me, and if you look at previous,
you put
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Zelani.
Yes, I was saying, if you look at previous Barewa lists, that's how they did it, just as suggested by yourself and Ken. You see Katsina province, Plateau province, Nasarawa province, just as they were at that time, which is before 1967 when states were created.
Yes.
So I think it's better, and there will be confusion because you don't know which part is Katsina State, which part is Kaduna State, Kebbi State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then in this case, we can say, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Isa.
Hello?
Go ahead, Isa.
In this case, we can say, for example, if somebody comes from Gongola State, we can say Gongola Adamawa or Gongola Taraba.
Okay, maybe we can do an addendum, we can do an addendum to that information. Maybe on a separate page, you can now say Gongola was comprising of Adamawa, Taraba, blah, 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 for the sake of clarity. Because the page may not contain all those information we want to put at the same time, but we can do an addendum, just like I've said. I don't think it's a problem now, since we have agreed to extract the information as it is. So I think I will find the way of Isa Hassan, Isa Ango. You have to share that. Is it now good? Of course, is it that Masarada is it now good? Is it now good Masara or
push? Oh, Malalawa Masara.
The Zaire people, they are not sharing things with us. That's why we had to go to go on a looker and steal potatoes.
But the good thing about it is not Gurasa.
Huh?
It is not gurasa.
And it's not karas. It's not karas again. Go.
And it's not carrots.
Saman gona.
You guys are killing me. Okay, Abdullahi, one question for you. What additional support do you need for this project? Because I recognize that, to be honest, the effort you're putting into this is absolutely incredible. And really, I think everybody would agree with me that you're really appreciated. And let's be clear, everybody's busy. Yeah, you're busy, I'm busy. So that you know, there shouldn't be a perception that Abdullah is not busy. He's busy as well. So and the effort that you're putting into this is absolutely incredible. So the question to you is, what additional support do you need, and how can we support you to make this project more of a success than it already is?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, finances attached to all this extraction of information, I think is within what I can handle. You see, it's making phone calls, buying data to ensure things are done right. What may happen in future is, you know, to gather money to ensure these almanacs are being printed. Maybe that time I can get the estimate of what we require to print what number of almanac or phone book we will need. But for now, it's something I can handle. I don't think the only thing I'll require from us now is to ensure we make contacts. You know, you can give me the numbers I can call, or you can call yourself. Let us get these people, reach out to these people, you know, to get their information, photo, you know, barrier number. I can always check my barrier book. So that's okay. What is important is to get the number, the phone number. You either call directly or you can give it to me, I can call. For now, you know, it's something I can handle, just like I've said. What may require, you know, our coming up together is when we're about to print these almanacs and share it among members. So two things will happen. Is either we print and then members buy and then we recover the money, or we gather money and then somebody that is not able to buy 1,000, maybe 1,500, then we know it can be shared to members free. You know, we have some people that cannot raise 1,000, 2,000 to buy almanac. So it's better we just gather money and then share it to all of us, like free. I can say free because, you know, some of us are not well to do, so they may not spare money to buy just almanac 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay. That is my contribution.
Okay, so I think the important thing is to figure out how much is the estimate for printing when you get to that point, and then we will know
exactly.
We will know what that costs, and then we can then decide how we're gonna eat that elephant. Yeah. So
besides our annual dues. Besides our annual dues. In addition to our annual dues, right?
Well, annual dues is not so, we don't, you know, people don't pay. So, and even if we pay, we have some things pending to, you know, to do with it. So when we are going to print, then it has to be a special contribution. It's not, we're not talking of annual dues now. It's to make special contribution for the print. Okay. You know, so when we get there, I will now do a cost estimate of what is required, and then same will be shared to members to see.
What I think, my own little suggestion is, Abla, once you get the code for the almanac, then you can share it with us. At least some of us can, you know, chip in, see how. I think that's another idea. When you get the full code for the almanac, then you can share with us on the platform. Then I think we can chip in.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's not like put your cigarette down, my friend. We know you're a chain smoker.
Are you talking to me?
He's a chimney.
It's
live.
Hello? Oh, it's a blind.
Are you sure it's not?
We'll be smoking together.
Are you sure it's still smoking?
Mustafa, kada ka bari faɗi magana.
Isa may be taking Indian hemp right now.
So
No. I don't
You take it
that.
together.
We have a judge. We have a judge among us. So you cannot dare do that. We have a judge among us. You cannot sentence him straight away.
So guys, let me take a couple of seconds just to recognize a few new joiners.
Okay.
We have, of course, Prem Chopra, who we cannot see at the moment. We also have Kabir Yakubu. Kabir Yakubu, please recognize yourself. And then we also have Shuaib Mahmood. I think he's from Dubai. Shuaib, you're speaking from Dubai somewhere?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai. Good afternoon to everybody. It's good to speak to everyone.
Hi, Shuaib. How are you doing?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah. How are you doing, Sadu?
Well,
Thanks for getting me hooked up with the group.
Are you still playing table tennis? My neighbor in Area A?
I haven't played in a while, actually.
You remember you're also my neighbor in Area A?
Yes, of course. You saw we were neighbors even in Area C, right?
Area A, Area C.
Area A. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Welcome, Shuaib. Welcome, Shuaib. So, Kabir Yakub, are you there? And there's somebody else who is on Techno Spark 4. There's no name on that. There's somebody on iPhone.
It's Abdul Salih Sukoki.
Oh, Abdul Salih Sukoki is on Techno 4?
Yeah, Techno Spark.
Okay. So guys, please recognize yourself if you're able to. If you're on video, recognize. You're welcome to the group. You're welcome to the forum. And we just had an update from Abdullah Aminu Giraffe on the almanac. And some of the good work he's been doing there. So the conclusion there is, so far, he's making some good progress. He's going to get a quotation for the printing when it gets to that point, and then share with the house, and then we'll decide and we'll figure out how to make that possible. So if you're just joining, that's the latest position. The other thing we also covered is to say, I made a motion that says we should use this forum on a regular basis, maybe once a month, once every 2 months, whatever is convenient for people, whatever is workable. Again, Mr. Chairman, Abdullah will put this to the House on WhatsApp and we can decide. I am happy to be the custodian of arranging this call, not a problem. So that's where we got to. So welcome, guys. The next topic on the agenda is next steps and any other business.
I just have a quick question, Ken, for those who are still very much in touch with the school. What is the status of the school? What is the condition of the school? And what, if anything, are the BOBA Association doing about it?
Excellent question. Who would like to take that one?
I think Abla Aminu is probably more
the chairman. Or the chairman.
Can I take that one? Can I respond to that?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. During the 2019 reunion, we brought that matter up, and the principal of the college said Erufai, who is also an alumni of the college, promised to renovate it in and out. He said the structure from the fence up to the buildings, up to the dining hall, hostels, and everything. He has taken the the bold step to renovate everything. And as at the time we went, he had started with the fence. Anybody that was in the college that time during our reunion, you will see that the fence has been done, all the barbed wires on top, the plastering and everything. It's just the painting. Everybody promised to do renovation of the college, and the principal said any member that wishes to do anything, or any set of student that wants to do anything should not touch the existing structure, unless if they want to do a separate project entirely, that one is fine. But anything to touch with the existing structure, he said RFI will handle that. So the principal said they are in need of refurbishing of some of the what do you call that? This panel, this solar panels, and so on. I think what will happen is I will share our minutes of meeting so that we take it up from there. Because as at the time I shared it, most of us are not in the group. So when we finish this meeting, I will share the minutes of the meeting so that we take it up from there. Everything is in the minutes of the meeting.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's clear. That's clear. Thank you.
Sorry, my question is to Malabla Aminu.
Careful now.
Hello. Yes, my question is the almanac as it is now, the copy. Can we share it with like some of our family just to show off?
Well, I will say we should hold on to that because this is a teething stage. We are trying to correct so many spelling mistakes, name mistakes, and we are putting so many people. Like as at the last time I shared it, we got about 6 more pictures. We got 1 yesterday, we got 2 or 3 yesterday, we got some previous days. So as I can say, my suggestion is for us to hold on until at least a month or 2 months from now, when we have arranged, we are supposed to arrange the name serially, the number serially from the lowest number to the highest number down, So sharing it now may not be ideal. Maybe in some time, in some few weeks when we have perfected everything, then it can be shared.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
But they can view it on your phone, no problem. They can start viewing it on your phone. There's no problem with that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yusuf Sadiq, you raise your hand. Do you want to say something? Yusuf Sadiq, you have a question? No, okay.
I think Mansour Garba has joined us. Can you recognize him?
Just recognizing Mansour Garba, welcome.
Okay, thank you. I hope you are all getting fine.
We're all fine, thank you.
That's good. Happy to meet you all.
Glad to see you as well. You're looking very well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we are together with him, but he dropped in the market. So I just proceed so that I can be able to join. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just joining in. Yes, please. Sorry, I just actually felt that.
Let's come. I hope Sergeant is around to cane you.
I'm listening. I'm with you. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Ken.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. We've had quite an intense, not intense, but quite a detailed session. A really enjoyable session. Oh, people are still coming in, guys.
Welcome, Suleiman Yakubu too. Ken.
Yes.
Too much. Yakubu too. I think he has joined. Have you recognized his presence? Suleiman Yakubu.
Sorry, Chairman, you're breaking up. I didn't quite catch that.
Notice Suleiman Yakubu has joined. We are about 16 now who have joined.
Okay, Suleiman Yakubu, welcome on board. Please, if you're on video, maybe recognize yourself.
Yes, thank you, Ken. I'm here.
Okay. I can't. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. welcome. So, in terms of our discussion today, I thought the time has been very productive. In terms of the agenda items I don't have anything else on the agenda because I didn't think the call would be this well attended. I suppose next time I will be a little bit more optimistic. So I guess the only thing that is left for me to do is hand over to Mr. Chairman, maybe for some closing remarks, or maybe Abdullah Aminu or something. So, Mr. Chairman, my agenda item, unless there's any additional questions or comments or feedback, I have exhausted my agenda items, unless there are matters arising.
Well, I think the issue you raised, maybe it's good to discuss it now. The issue of the timing, is it once in a month or once in 2 months? I feel since we have joined, we are on board right now, maybe we can quickly have opinion of people about it. Just opinion, without necessarily going back to the main WhatsApp group. So I think participants are free to share their view.
Okay. So the floor is open for comments, please.
I think we can have this meeting quarterly. Let it be quarterly.
Okay, I hear quarterly.
Yeah.
So any other view?
I think if we have it monthly, it won't be too bad.
Oh, monthly. Okay.
Yes, monthly will be good.
Okay.
The only
I would suggest align myself with the
You're breaking up. We can't hear you.
I would want to align myself with the quarterly view.
Quarterly. Okay.
I said I would want to align myself with the quarterly view.
Okay.
Hello.
That's Yusuf Sadiq, yeah?
Yeah, it's Mansour's view. I think quarterly is better.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I want to agree with the quarterly too.
Yeah, I think Mansour's view is quarterly.
I want to agree with the quarterly meeting too.
Yes.
Okay, Mansour, thank you very much. Abdullahi, thank you.
You see, can I comment please? The quarterly, I said quarterly, but if there's any other important issue to be discussed,
I come on.
Okay. But quarterly, I think quarterly will be ideal, unless if there's an important agenda or important meeting to be discussed, then we can come in anytime. Doesn't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chairman, it looks like the majority are voting for quarterly.
Well, I think if this is the wish of the majority, we go by it. But my feeling is that since it doesn't take much out of us, is a little sacrifice. I know monthly is difficult, but once in 2 months, even if it is for 30 minutes or so, or the allotted 45 minutes. But I don't know, but Mustafa, any other view?
I would support once every 2 months, personally.
Yes. Anas?
Glad to join you people, guys.
Let come on, you're late.
No, there were some difficulties because of technology. Thank you very much. I'm
fine.
You can tell he's used to using this platform because he already has his excuse because of technology.
Technology.
There was a bit of problem. So Ken, how are you? Sorry to distract you.
We are glad, Abdullah, you said technology. Ordinarily, these days, the excuse is always COVID-19.
Actually, Mustafa, actually, normally the excuse is traffic, but you can't blame traffic.
That's for those.
Or running stomach. Or running stomach.
Okay, can we conclude on the issue of the Zoom meeting?
Let me just summarize for the late joiners. Give me a second. For the late joiners, what we're talking about is
okay. Thank you.
We agreed that this is a good opportunity for us to have this forum on a regular basis. So using the Zoom call, the Zoom facility, and have regular sessions like this. And the suggestion was either once a month, once every 2 months, or once a quarter. So AAG, before you joined, once a quarter seemed to be gaining some traction. And then Mr. Chairman suggests perhaps, once every 2 months might be also an option. And personally, I'm voting for once every 2 months. Once a month might be too much, and people will lose interest. But I think once every 2 months might just balance it out. That's where we got.
Can I chip in?
It's okay. We can go for once every 2 months. That's fine.
Hello.
Yeah.
No, once a month might be too much, actually. Hello?
Yes, Abdullah, go ahead.
Yes, I want to agree with you. And honestly, I think looking at it, I don't think it's that time consuming. Just maybe an hour or 1.5 hours in 2 months should be all right. Maybe if along the line, as we see the need, either making it more frequent or reducing the frequency, then we can go ahead. But at least I think 2 months, once in 2 months will be all right. With the tempo at which we are moving and we're going, I think that one will be good enough for now.
Excellent. Any other comments? AAG, what do you think? So you got a view?
Is that
over to you, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Chairman, let me ask a question before maybe a final decision is made on the frequency of the meeting.
Yeah.
Given the attendance, we are about 16, 17 now. When we meet, decisions we make or we will make, is it going to be
it's breaking?
Anas, you're breaking up. We can't hear you anymore.
Yes.
Musti, we can't hear you anymore.
We can't hear Mustafa anymore.
Mustafa is off.
But I think he's talking of whether the decision is taken.
I'm listening to you completely here.
Baloney, let come on.
Baloney is not let come on. He's among the first three. He's among the first 3 people that joined.
I think
I'm here. Sorry, gentlemen, I'm here.
If
I had a guest. I was just talking to my guest.
No, somebody called you late comer. I said, don't try that.
No, they should not try that. I was the third to join.
Welcome back. Mustafa, I don't know if you can hear us now. Can you ask your question again, please?
Yes, I can hear you. So my question is this. We are about 16, 17 in this conferencing. Now, when you compare this number vis-a-vis the number that are on the WhatsApp group, I think we are about half, or maybe slightly less than half. So when we meet and make some, will we be making decisions that will be binding, or we will be?
Well,
Mr. Chairman, if I may contribute, please.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I think as the time goes on, I want to believe the participation in the Zoom meeting will improve. And for me, a quorum may not be a problem. I don't want to believe. That's how we started when we were doing reunion, dinner, or lunch, or whatever. You know, we started in small numbers and gradually people are joining. So I'm very optimistic. Probably the second meeting will be better than the first, and the third one was likely to be better than the second meeting. So I think maybe that
exactly my thoughts.
Yes.
Well, I think to summarize the discussion, so far we have discussed about the frequency of the meeting. And I think the consensus emerging now, in spite of the fact that earlier people were voting for quarterly, is for now we can maintain the once in 2 months. That's the Zoom meeting once in 2 months. And as the issue of quorum, I think since it's an emerging activity, it's a game of wait and see. Maybe the decisions to be taken may not be fundamental, which will be beyond the Zoom meeting. But for fundamental decisions, perhaps we have to consult more widely. But I think even for now, as it is, there are some decisions which can be taken, which I'm sure each and every member, if told about it, will go by it. I think as it is, we agree on the once in 2 months, and also the fact that the decisions taken, insofar as they are not fundamental, they will be binding on all of us, except if there is a contrary opinion. I think this should be the consensus. Any contrary opinion?
Nobody can have a contrary opinion. Chairman has spoken.
Hello, in addition, if I may add, not actually contradicting the chairman, just an addition.
Yes.
Can I go on?
Go ahead.
Mr. Moderator? Yes, I think this kind of forum, I mean, on this Zoom should either be seen as a source of information, source of decision making. Not only that it is going to be binding, it should not be binding, because if the total number of us in the making a decision here, it should not be binding on all of us. But a decision can be thrown. At least we have other sorts of meeting them through things like WhatsApp and the rest, so that whatever decision that we make here and we feel it's important, we can present it before the House in an AGM, in a WhatsApp, and of course, I'm sure from there it will go all around, and anybody can chip in his or his decision there. So I think it's not for now. It should not be seen to be binding. It could be a source of information, source of generating decisions and all that, so that it can be presented to the House later.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it. If you don't mind,
I think that's a fair point, Abdullah. I think for me, don't forget. I mean, this is a first call, guys, and we had almost the peak was 20. We had up to 20 people, and I think that's quite something. Right, so even with the technological challenges we've had with network problems and all of that stuff, we still managed to get 20 people join this forum. So And we're just starting. And this is like Saadu said, and like Abdullah AAG said, we can only increase the number. And I think if we keep the same energy and encourage others to join, I know it sometimes financially it might be a challenge, but if we keep doing this, I think this forum will grow. I can only see this forum growing. Yeah. So
can you recognize Abakar Aminu? Abakar Aminu has just joined.
Okay, Abakar Aminu Lugali, you're wearing your singlet.
It's a weekend. After all, it's a weekend.
Hello?
Agana show.
Agana show.
But Agana show. Analog. He doesn't have good fun. Analog.
Look at it. Are you with Agana?
Are you together?
Yes, we are together. Yes. We are together, but he doesn't have a phone.
No social distancing.
Oh,
no social distancing.
Agana show.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard what Abdullah said. Abdullah Ahmed, I think he made a valid point. Abdullah Ahmed, he made a very valid point. But we have more contributions. Over to you, Abdullah Alugombi.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I should go ahead, Ba?
Yes.
I think what you suggested is good. We can retentive memory. How? You want to ask me something? I don't normally forget things. I've not had what was said at the beginning, but I've had his own contributions. And I think
maybe can you summarize what was discussed, for the benefit of those that just joined.
Okay, yes, for the benefit, yes.
Okay, well, before I do that, I would also like to recognize Musa Kolo. I think Musa Kolo is showing on here.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that I have not recognized, please? Musa Kolo, if you switch on your video so we can see you, say something. Unmute yourself and say hello. Musa Kanana. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
I think it has to do with the network around this area.
Make one or two actually network seems to be on and off. It will go on. Nice one. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. King. Mr. King.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. King.
Yusuf Sadiq.
Hello.
Are you calling me?
Yes. Yes, it's about the almanac. I want to ask Aminu about the almanac.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Haji Musti. What did the chop? Haji Musti, what are you growing there?
I'm like, 1 second. I think Yusuf has a question.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Yusuf.
I can't hear. Continue.
Go ahead. Try again. Try again, please. Are you there?
It's too bad, honestly.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. Yusuf Sadiq, do me a favor. Can you type your question?
I can't hear anything.
Huh?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, type your question on the chat. Can you type your question on the chat? Zoom has a chat function. If you click on it and just type your question real quick. Okay, Musa Kolo, did you manage to get on? Okay, I can't hear you if you're speaking. Okay, somebody asked me to summarize the meeting. So just a brief summary.
Yes,
I think you can go ahead. Musa is not, we're not hearing him very well. You can go ahead if you can.
Musa, we can't hear you, my brother. Let's, maybe you can try later. So what we discussed so far, we discussed the work that Aminu Malukashi has been doing regarding the almanac. We discussed the need for people to help that effort by getting into their diaries and their phone books to find contacts of our colleagues. We talked about the fact that the next steps for Abdullah Aminu is to, once he gets to the stage of printing the almanac, he will get the quote and share with the folks so we can decide how we get that funded. There's also a project of creating a handbook or album, or so to speak. And again, that's another project that we'll embark on. He's made some good progress on the almanac. He's going to put it, the numbers serially, and he's going to do some spell checking and make sure it's good to go, and then come back with a quote. We then talked about the opportunity of using this forum and this platform to have regular meetings. We started with once a quarter, and I think the chairman and the rest of the guys voted for once every 2 months. And then there was a few questions about, Shuaib Mahmood asked a question about the state of Barra College and the fact that there was some commitment from the state government to do some of the renovation of the structural, of the structures of the college. And that's where it is. I think that was it in a nutshell. Did I miss anything? Abdullah Aminu or Mr. Chairman, did I miss anything else, or is that?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I think, yeah, that's the summary.
No, sorry, let me just come in. Over to what Abdullah has just said. Abdullahi Ahmed, how do we fund the almanac issue? Maybe somebody can take responsibility or wish to contribute money, and if the contribution is going to that, how do we go about it? Is it going to be a flat rate, or it depends on how much we can give?
No, I think we are getting there. Maybe if you listen to Ken very well, what Ken said is, after gathering all the information, the almanac is being ready to, to be printed, then a quotation will be shared. We'll get the quotation of how much per unit will cost, and then how many units do we need to print. So that will be shared. And then from there, we now think of how we are going to contribute to make that happen.
Understood. Thank you, Abdullahi. Thank you.
Okay. I think there's something I need to contribute before we close, Mr. Ken. Can I go ahead?
Yes, one more. I think the final contribution for today, I think, and then we'll close.
Okay. During our last meeting, there was 2018 meeting. There was a suggestion by most of us that we need to come up together and see how we can assist the less privileged amongst us. So an empowerment committee was created, and the three of us, myself, Abdullah Ali Gombe, and Saada Ayuba, made the committee. So we came up with a suggestion that we should try to see how we can pull up resources and give it to our less privileged as loan, interest-free loan, based on what they want to do. They have to write to us that this is what they want to do. We see the viability of the project, and then if we feel it's viable, they can do it, and then our money is saved. They can do it and bring it back. We can dispose them. But honestly, because of this COVID issue, we entered into a sort of a recession. decided not to bother members with anything like that. But if you go through the, the minutes of meeting, everything has been spelled out there, how we are going to do it, who should be the beneficiaries, the tenor of the law. We should think of this project at least in our next meeting, because we have some members that whenever they come to the meeting, you have to contribute money and give them, get back to their houses. Some of them, if they feel they can't get anything when they come, honestly, they will not come. So how do we empower these people? How do we assist them? I know it's very difficult. Things are so hard, but we have men like this. So that's my contribution. So let's see how we can, revisit that issue and come up with something.
Abdullahi, this is Schweib Mahmoud speaking. Actually, I love that idea. I love the idea of being able to help anyone who is seeking a better opportunity for themselves. Are there some things that, are they taking suggestions on some of the kinds of projects maybe that can be invested in? Like, I know that there are some agriculture type projects that can be low investment but high impact in terms of high yield. I mean, those are the kinds of things that I'm happy to consult with people on, and whatever we can do, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you see, most of these less privileged people, they are farmers. Some of them are poultry farmers, some of them are peasant farmers, small farmers, some of them are, traders, commodity, and so on. That's a little impact. 50,000, 100,000 people change their lives. So that's what we are looking at. We will not say it's a dash, because if you say it's a dash, you may decide to go and do things that may not impact much. So I don't know, to go and take another wife or do something that. But if he feels it's a loan, even if it's not a loan, we may decide to say, okay, after bringing it back, we have spelled out everything. When I share the minutes of meeting, you see everything, and then you can ask questions.
Sure.
So it might be worth resharing that meeting minutes, because I don't think Schweib would have seen that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it. I'd appreciate receiving it. And I think actually, rather than even an interest loan, because I personally, as a Muslim, I'm not in favor of interest, but even if there's some profit sharing in what they do, even if it's a very small percentage, that way that money comes back to the group and can then help others who might need it eventually.
And that was where my thinking was going, Shoaib. I was going more of, rather than interest, we're profit sharing partners of whatever venture they do. And that means we have a vested interest, they have a vested interest. That means we have to be business minded about whatever that project is. And that means they have to come to us, or at least to provide some feasibility and viability, I'm not asking them for a business plan necessarily, just to tell us what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and how they're going to make the returns on it.
Right.
And then we say, I don't know, whatever is appropriate, I don't know, 80%, 20%, whatever it is, I really don't care. And say that's the return that comes back to the group. So that will be what I'll be voting for personally. Not interest.
Mr. Ken, if I may contribute, please.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I think as a member of the subcommittee, maybe the modalities for giving out the loans should be left for the committee to make some, to come up with the modalities and then forward it to the main body for consideration. We can think of so many options. Either it's going to be interest-free, or it's going to be with some profit sharing, or whatever. I think the subcommittee should look at it carefully and then make a submission on that. Myself, Abdullahi, and the other member, we can do that and get back to you.
Excellent.
That's my statement.
That's good. That's good.
That's good. Okay. First of all, first of all, thank you very much, everybody, for your time today. It's been almost 90 minutes we've been on this. For some of us, like Zaylani, myself, Saadu Baloni that joined on time. What that tells you is that the rest of you were not on time. So
again, technology problem.
just a bit of a hint there. So really appreciate your time, guys. And Mr. Chairman, please close for us.
Okay.
Oh, is it gone? Mr. Chairman, are you still there?
Madam, call him. Madam, call him.
You mean the real chairperson called him, yeah?
Yes, the real chairperson call him.
All right, guys. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much.
And the next meeting is likely to be around the 24th of October. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Mahmoud. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank
you.
Macau.
Bye-bye, gentlemen. Na gode. Ya saka da alheri.
Lafiya, lau.
Chopra.
Na lafiya, ya iyali.
Allah ya taimaki Shiroma. Allah ya taimaki Shiroma.
Shiroma ka dawo.
Ja ba ka ja a ja.
Ya fita waje ya sha iska ya dawo.
Ina musu.